Okay, we are recording again. There's the file. Took a while for it to appear. Okay, I do remember this card now. Obviously, I looked at it. Oh yeah, it's still the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood key. Key was provided by Tinsley PR for Devolver Digital. And I actually have split it slightly different spot, but okay, no, I remember what the thing is. Yeah, we got a visitor. Saving that. And I actually could go and talk and deal with the Falcon right away, because you don't need to... You can read the letter and not invite them over immediately, so... Alright, create a card. And honestly, it's not one that I like a whole lot, but... I will recreate exactly what I had. No, that's it. And then the trident. This is actually even about the same location. Yeah, and I don't like the seaweed, but I am, like, stuck with it, so... The hair. Come on. There we go. It's not a happy card. But that's okay. Yeah, apparently familiars don't care about you having the behemoth here. The people do. Well, would. I haven't gotten to the point that I I hope I get some of the same... You do a reading for her. I do kind of hope it works out similar, but yeah, we'll see. And we also will see the adoration kick in. honestly don't. I feel like the better answer would be somewhere between these, because we also don't know the structure of the coven, though it does seem to change in the movies. But that's what I want to look for. It's not really untrue. Already done the dressing thing. Okay, this is the one that I picked before, so good, I did put the right card there. This one I'd not seen before. This one I saw, and it's like, I don't feel like pushing it. But this, yeah, it seemed like this is fine, this is good. Also good. I don't remember what I did with the bat, but it's like it doesn't matter. I'm stuck with these options. Son of a bitch, this might be the exact same thing, because I remember that one. It's like, I don't want to do that. I don't like that. I actually went with this one because, like, I can. Cool. And it's not like lying, because I mean, it's what the card. It's an interpretation of the card, so. So far, only one thing has been different from the previous attempted playthrough. I mean, the playthrough... Oh, yeah, this. I'm sorry, this is just... It gets gratuitous. Well, I mean, it starts gratuitous, doesn't get gratuitous. You'll see. Unless it's different. But yes, you see what I mean? You don't need this. Yeah, I forgot the whole vegans don't like cheese thing before, but it's like, well, I'm gonna try to keep it like what I had before, so. Oh, I can't just delete it. I didn't have any meat on it. I did remember to do that, but I forgot about the cheese thing. But it works out. I don't remember what cards were played. I know I did. I did not get this one. I did her actions first, so let's do it again. Oh, lovely. This one I got before. This one I did, and I didn't select it. I am not giving that to her. We'll do that. We'll do this one. This is in the 60s, by the way. Well, no, maybe in the 60s, 70s or 80s. Oh, crap. There was also basically the Matrix. Well, let's go with this one. This actually seems happy. Suggested from the prompt. Is the selection that I had before actually had impact. Like, it was being reused. I don't know how this would be used. So at this point, everything's up in the air. So yeah, I already in the original recordings explained this, and I do think because it will potentially be in the written review, I will explain here as well. just the gratuitous sex talk there. It's like, I don't know why that's there. I have no sense of it being necessary. And in my own writing, sex, violence, cursing even, I can't think of any others, but there would be others. I actively choose not to include unless there is a specific reason, unless it is actually present for the story. And it's like there's like proper context to it. Then I would include it, but it's like very specific. Because it's like, some of that stuff, like, with cursing, if somebody's always cursing, then there's no meaning to any of the words. So if somebody does suddenly curse in just the one time after chapters and chapters and chapters, now it stands out. So it's like you do want to leverage that. And that also works with violence and with sex. Whereas here it's like, nah, we're just talking about it straight away. And it's like, why? What is the benefit to doing this? How is this necessary? And this and also some of the cards that I didn't pause too long on in this case, because previously I like stopped and read through each one. Not this time. But it is like, this seems like it's here for titillation. And it's like, I personally, that I want to avoid. I don't want, when I write a story, I'm not looking to titillate, I'm looking to write a story. So if it doesn't serve the story, it's not going to be in there. And the reason why I want to explain that is because if it continues so gratuitously, which actually the like next 2 hours or so, it wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't really present. But that may have just been I was making the decisions to keep it under control, so it wasn't getting gratuitous. But if that changes, then I may have to write into the review and explain that. And it is, yeah, I mean, I know it's my standards, not the standards for this writer, not the rules for this writer, or writers. I'm not sure how many people were behind this. We'll find out in the credits at the end. But still that's the bias I'm coming in with. And it's like, I just got to be upfront with that. I mean, at least I can actually say that, because this is something that I have kind of thought about with my writing. It's like, yeah, that's how I want to do this. And it is also still, I mean, that it did seem gratuitous, didn't it? It's like, why is this here? What is the actual benefit here? There's other ways to describe Patrice as a crude character than that. Like, you could just have her cursing more. Or just using such vernacular very plainly, I guess would be a way to put it. Where it's like, she's not actually cursing, but it's just, that is her language. You could do that, but that's not what they did. So it's, yeah. There are those other options. I would opt for those other options first, unless it is a, no, I need this for this specific reason. So, yeah, I just wanted to explain that here, because if I need to explain it in the story, I will be explaining it in the story. Hey, Abramar, what's up? Okay, but I am going to do a card first. I don't remember what was second. At least not exactly. Oh, sorry. Fifth. I do remember some of what I had. But yeah, I mean, this one, though, is kind of, like, intense. That one also, well, it is some, it's not that much. Like, this one is also, like, seriously, why are we doing this? What did I put on? Wait. No, because that, oh, no. I might have been doing that one too early. His Dahlia is actually coming. I just didn't think I did it now. That's with that. What was the... This was it. Like that. Nah. Just keep it like that. Just adjusting some of the positions. So it's more like it's just rotating, so it seems a little bit more like a sword and shield just placed against that. Okay. And I know I did make this card. I just don't remember the timing. Okay. Gonna talk to Dahlia first. Just like before. Yes, she rides a sword. And I feel like pointing out a knife here, a sword there, a sword there, a sword there. It's a lot. That was in the other one. This one and this one, of course, but not that third one. It, of course, was the other one. The one I didn't get that I picked up. I'll go with this one since that I feel don't get pushed back on with this, even without being good anyway. Don't feel like killing her. So yeah. Doesn't really share it. So before the cards, she'd actually had a kid who was still mortal, but had 3 daughters of his own, so she's a grandmother. But he died in a war, I think it said. But it's like she was like, "Hey, he still had a good life." But it's like she's like, "I'm not doing the grandmother thing, not unless one of them becomes a witch." Okay, at this point, I really don't. Oh, no, that's... No, too far. Let's see if I can actually make it. No, I can't. Okay. Which means I, potentially didn't make it at this time. But I do have enough. I do want to do something. That's actually not unreasonable. I mean, Jasmine is coming, so but it would be I need to do something different than, that I would be doing something different than I had before, which I think at this point it's fine. That things have become sufficiently different that, what else can I do? Aside from not make something just now. Yeah, I think I do need to wait. Get more energy. My back is really hurting. I'm gonna try to lean back some more to be a bit more comfortable. The mic is aimed well enough, it should be okay. Actually skipped any juicy gossip before. I guess I can go through this time. In this first. We'll just work through it all. Kind of hoping to get the others too. Like, my current theory is that she is actually not telling the future, she's writing it, and is unaware. The garden. I remember that as an option. This is actually what I picked before, so that must have been where I put the card. And I also kind of like this because I feel she doesn't actually realize that this is even possible, and I feel like she's a little bit unbalanced as a character, that she also needs this kind of maturing. Okay, that's a little different. Okay, and that's actually what I picked before, but unicorn is assimilated all you become magical and be able to grow any kind of plant from your body in an instant. I am so curious. I mean, this is what I picked before, but seriously. Now, let's go with before. Oh, man. I don't think it was the gin that I picked before, but for that one. But yeah, at least that worked out the same. And I went with Jasmine before. And the reason I gave, if it was recorded, the audio was, she has more potential, I feel. Like, what I was just saying, that it just seems like she needs some greater balance to her personality, more maturity. Whereas Dahlia seems just, that's how she is. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just like, I don't feel that her character necessarily has potential, her personality necessarily has potential. That's simple. I don't remember. Oh, wait, no. No, that isn't the one I did. This might be the one I did next. It actually does make sense, too. There it is. Yeah, about that. It's not quite right, and that's not what I'm trying to do. There. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't that one. It was this one. Yeah, something about like that. Yeah. I don't think... Oh, no, I can't actually. Yeah, not really. Choose your own adventure story, basically. I actually got this one before, which is kind of funny for being random. And I'm going to do the same answers as before. Same exact two, so these might not be random. And this is a long one, I should point out. Also, this one's kind of awkward because it changes who's talking, but there's really no indication. It's purely contextual, but it's like some of this, is it his thoughts? Or is it her actually talking? And it is weird. And it's also, this seems weird. I made them all graced. Yeah, so it's like, is this her talking? It shouldn't be his thoughts. It is weird to know when the person shifts. Yeah. I think that should have been at most. So this is written by your old mentor that wasn't Agro. And I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of bored. Because this, I've already been through all of this. Like, this is exactly what I went through. The order is different. Because I did this second, not third. But, yeah. Okay. I don't quite remember if I'm able to craft something now, or if it has to wait. Well, if I try to keep to what I had before, it'll have to wait. I think I would like to. Because I had the golden shovel with the guy. Not the guy. With the other two things. It will be interesting to see what kind of guides get written up with this. Just like recommendations for cards. Today it's not an option for me. I'm stuck in I think therefore I am. Like the translations. It is the answer I gave before. Okay, ascended in 68. Okay. Which seems a stupid question. I've been stuck here for 200 years. You're asking if I'm in a relationship? Come on, obviously single. That's what I wanted before. This, believe it or not, actually gets more nuanced than you typically would see in a game. Because some would be, I go with this because I do believe that, if everyone healthily goes towards their own goals, that it will better everyone. It will better the group, will better society. But if you start only doing things for the group and not satisfying yourself, that can prove very unhealthy. And in fact, even harmful, so. And actually, allows you to get there in a way. Because, happiness should be valued globally, is reasonable. Even if it is you need to satisfy yourself, well, there's also this. So you basically, if your happiness comes at the expense or harm of another in the group, that can be a reason to not do it. That's not to say that you should invite harm on yourself for somebody else's happiness either, but it's finding that balance, which is... See? But is that whole, if one person achieves their paradise and forces that on others, forces them to enter into this hell, that's unhealthy, so it's unbalanced. So, yeah. So it's it's actually kind of neat that it isn't just a one or the other, that there is a lot of significance there. hopefully this kind of typo gets fixed. Yeah. Go. This is what I picked before. That sounds reasonable, but I'll still do this one. I just want to. Okay. It's like this one's tempting because I want more of the earth, but no, we'll go with this one. That doesn't seem right. I mean, it just... If they love pain, then wouldn't that make them happy? I mean, it just seems odd that that's what would make them yield. But yeah, let's... that. Also gonna, well, not exactly a little tab, but just do a little cleaning of some stuff that's in the background, like moving over the screenshots. Oh, no, nope, come on. Misclicking everywhere. Alright. Will I be able to do that? I might be able to. Nope. Still not quite there. Unless I just go with something else. Actually, I think it was... Cool. This is a different card that I made, so I'm doing them out of order, but here's one I did. Okay, control does work to grab them together. Like he's holding the next one. And a previous item. That is true. That I can't actually... I can't have it under this and atop this. So it's not like he's just descending in size. There. Still be able to do some more. I did have one like this, although, you know what? Things are getting different enough. Let's actually try for some different stuff. Why not? Yeah, that actually doesn't seem all that inappropriate. No, that's as much as it can go. Sure. Most genuinely new card I've made. What the hell is it? Okay. Yeah, I don't feel like pushing it. I should be stopping soon because I'm sure dinner will be before long. So this just kind of temporarily wraps up with yeah. We'll have to talk with him more, I'm sure, eventually. Alright. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna stop now, because knowing what comes next with this next person I will talk to, that will take a while and probably be like, oh, I need to go for dinner, so it'll be better to just stop now. Yes. Well, I mean, it already said that it's saved there. Yeah, Devolver Digital, publisher, Deconstruct team, developer. And just could show that again, because the whole sexual themes and crude language already kind of got that. Start of the part, even. Alright, Cosette, there's the thumbnail I'm using. Maybe nah, it's fine. I don't need to put down the like shadow behind the Cockles Club logo. It looks okay. I mean, it's mainly at the text where her sleeve kind of goes behind it. I feel it could be a little darker there, but nah, it's fine. It's fine. All right. Almost caught up to where I was. I mean, it's literally just I need to talk to the next person, who her name is Lois, and then she's a friend of Jasmine. Jasmine come back. After that, that's where I stopped previously. Once we're there, then I'm caught up. And then I can certainly do whatever I want with the cards. I know I just made a new card, one I've not done before, but it's like at that point, definitely I have nothing that I've already done to try to recreate. Yeah, that's about it. I guess I should do that, since this is, I actually forgot to do it earlier. Since I tried to at the end of a play session, the first main play session. Technically this is second, but whatever. What am I thinking for my recommendation? Right now I'm thinking one or two, which it's been a while. I'll go through it again. A while ago, I decided with the reviews I recommend a game, fail to recommend a game, or recommend against. Fail to recommend is just it doesn't connect with me that well, which is kind of the case here. Or it's just I can't say you need to play it, I can't say you shouldn't play it. Recommend against is don't play this game, don't waste time on it. And then recommend is obviously I think you should play it. But that's how I've been doing it always. But a while ago I changed it a little bit, where because there is some nuance within there. There's flavors of recommendations, so it kind of maps to the numbers from -4 to 4, centered on 0. So 0, -1, and 1 are fail to recommend. So 0 is just a straight, I don't think you need to play it, I don't think you shouldn't play it. Like, it's not a bad game, but it doesn't impress me, would be 0. 1 would be like, it's flavored towards recommend. 3 is just a center recommend. 1 is like, it is enjoyable, but it's like it's not connecting with me. I don't think it's that good, or it has certain issues to it. And I'm honestly feeling like this would be a 1 or a 2 at the moment, where 2 is I recommend it, but it's got some weaknesses to it. Like right now, I'm kind of bored because I'm redoing a lot of what I already did. I could see that changing, though, just as I get deeper into the story, learn more about what's going on, how we're influencing it. That could bump it up. This is definitely a story important game. It does also feel, I'm actually going to make this note, story does feel a little slow to build, at least for the first few hours, which is kind of significant because the predicted play length is 6 to 10. So it's like I'm at like 2.5 to 3 hours at the moment. I'm potentially halfway through the game. Don't know. Anyway, that's not a complaint though, or technically it's a criticism, but not in a negative way. Just in it is kind of slow to build. I don't fully know what's going on. I don't fully understand what's happening. But that's truthfully neither here nor there. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, the stories I write, the one I've written and I'm still doing editing on, that I realized that actually takes like I'm actually trying to remember now. It's like 5 chapters before it really starts. Like, oh, now there are interesting things. There's that much that just when writing it, it was like, nope, needs to be this way. Introducing characters, introducing people, what's kind of going on here, building up the world, and then it's like, okay, now there's something off with starting to figure out what's going on. So I can't fault it. I truly can't fault this game for being slow. But it is. It might also just be a lot of seeds are being planted that I haven't seen. That I don't know how they develop, how they grow from that. So, yeah, I'll just add to my notes even. Not a bad thing, but something to note. Um, I do know that right now it's not a 3. If the story gets really good, it could go to a 3. Um, if the story is kind of consistent where it is right now, probably stay at 2. If the story does turn, like if it gets really gratuitous again or stays, like becomes gratuitous and then stays gratuitous, that'd probably pop it down to a 1. Just because the whole, if it's not necessary, if it's not actually furthering the story, then what is the point? Why is it here? Um, I guess a different way to put it is, and again, this is my bias because of how I write. Um, it would make the story loose if you have a lot of gratuitous stuff of any kind. But if it makes it really loose, then it's like, okay, what's the point? What am I following here? What am I trying to understand? With a tightened up story, it's like, okay, you know what's going on here. You understand motivations, including your own motivation to continue, in my case in a story, right? Continue reading. In this case, to continue playing. I was like, I've said it before. Stories fundamentally, their purpose in a game is to motivate the player to continue playing. And titillation, I don't think is sufficient for that. And it would bother me. So if it gets gratuitous like that again, that could hurt it because you're just trying to titillate me. And it's like, I reject that as a cause. I reject that as a motivation. Um, but it is, again, as I said earlier, because of my bias with my own writing, that I try to avoid that actively in my own writing. Um, if it gets really bad, and I doubt it will. I truly do. I truly do doubt it will get really bad with some of that. I could see going to a 0, -1. Actually, no. If it gets really bad, it would not be a 0. It would be a -1 or even a -2. Which -2, -3, -4 are the recommend against. It was like -2 is a, yeah, I'm saying you shouldn't play it, but it's got potential. Maybe it could be fixed. -1 is a, I can't say you shouldn't play it, but it's kind of on the side of maybe you don't want to spend your time. -3 would be like, you really shouldn't play this. -4 would be a, this is a waste of existence. I really don't think that's where this will go. I truly do not believe that. I think right now it is a 1 or a 2. I'm not sure. I can be generous right now and say a 2. I could see it also being a 1. If the story really gets good, it'll go to a 3. I don't think 4. 4 would be a, you have to play this game kind of recommendation. So yeah, right now it's like a 1 or a 2. We'll see. Hang on, I just thought of one thing I do want to try checking. If I can, I might not be able to. The information isn't always out there. Okay, it's not there. I want to see what like the ESRB rating is for this, or a PEGI rating. I don't really mind which. Uh, oh, I actually didn't even notice this. There's like uh comics at the end of the review guide that shows some stuff. Like, I mean, I'm not reading it, but the one for Jasmine, it actually looks like it's the letter that was sent to her to let her know that, hey, you can go visit. There's also one for Geth, which is like, I, I mean, some background there. So I guess it is just background on these different characters, but I'm not exactly comfortable with going through some of that because, if that isn't something that the player is going to see, then that's not going to be helpful. Let me. But I'm genuinely curious what kind of rating it may have. Okay, it is actually an M. Devolver Digital's website does have it as an M for sexual sexual themes, strong language, and partial nudity. Okay. Sexual themes and strong language, we've already gotten some of. Partial nudity, we haven't. Um, but okay. So that makes sense though. I mean, it's like the way it was earlier. You know, with Patrice talking. Yeah, I can agree with that one. Yeah, I'm not really sure if there's more to say. So yeah, just I think I am feeling like a 1 or 2. Um, I guess if it continues, well, no, I do think that the story is still building. So I think expecting a 2 is reasonable. If the story fails to build, if the story gets stupid in one way or another, and there are different ways it could get stupid, that would be a 1. The story would have to get amazing for it to go to a 3 though. But yeah, the different ways of being stupid would be like if it just randomly is doing stuff. Um, where it's like, wait, where did this come from? Why is this a thing? Um, like if things aren't being properly set up, that would be a stupid kind of thing. It would also be if it just there are some significant themes that have been teased at least, if not fully introduced, and if it like keeps having those introduced, those teased, and then no payoff, that would also be stupid. Because it's like, why are you doing this? That kind of stupid. Yeah. Anyway, I can probably stop talking and let this go. Let this stop. So yeah, I'll try to do some more tonight. I am thinking though, as long as I don't have recording mistakes again, um, I might be able to finish it this weekend. I mean, today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. I should be able to do another session later today, some tomorrow. So that would be nice. That would be most convenient for me if I can wrap this up quick. I do think for anyone wondering that it's only going to be the one playthrough. Um, that'll depend. That'll depend. I don't know if I'm gonna feel like doing well. Yeah, and also my schedule won't necessarily allow me to do another recorded a second recorded playthrough. Just my weekday schedule is not that enabling of that. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Maybe it'll work out. All right. See you next time.